evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Panther Gymnasium. OCA Media is proud to bring you this Panther varsity basketball game live from Oregon High School. Tonight, the Panthers take on conference foe Waunakee, the Warriors. I'm Jesse Larson along with Ben Baker, and we'll be bringing you all of tonight's exciting action right here on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. This exclusive broadcast of Panther basketball is brought to you with the financial support of these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for young people to thrive. One Community Bank, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering, and Wisco Industries. We'd also like to welcome Panther Exteriors as our exclusive scoreboard sponsor for 25-26 basketball season. Panther Exteriors, put a Panther on your roof. You'll be glad you did. If your organization would like to join our family of sponsors, please visit our website at ocamedia.com. Or, Ben, what should they do?
Contact Paul at ocamedia.com.
Ben Baker, if that JV finish is any indication, we are in for a great one tonight.
Absolutely. You know, the energy in the stadium right now is electric. You know, we got the band playing some Sucker by the Jonas Brothers. I love that song. It's a great song right there. But moving on to the most important question that everybody's right now is watching to hear about is the basketball itself. You know, Jesse, these girls, they have some electric players. They have some very good players. They have two players committed right now, and they have one that is expected to be a D1 prospect. And Oregon, we have a bunch of great players. You know, we have players that love shooting threes. We have committed to Northern Michigan University, Tegan Schenecker. We talked about that 2 games ago. So right now, what we're looking at on paper, it's just going to come out to see who has the drive and who has the grit to take this game home. Both of these teams are a little more evenly matched up. You know, of course, I think it's Waunakee. I was looking at the stats. Is a little bit more heavy when it comes to their layups and their twos, and then Oregon's a little heavy when we come up to our threes. You know, we have our big three shooters. We have Nyasia, we have Celia Mitchell, and then we cannot forget about Jalen Jones. But all three players have done some amazing work for Oregon, and especially at the three line. So I want to see what's your opinion about how this game's going to kind of slide here, Jesse.
So I'm very interested to see like what happens right off the tip, because that, you know, we got the energy, we got the band here. By the way, we were talking about it last week. This is the first time the band's been here for a home game for me, broadcasting with Oregon. So this is electric stuff. Looking back, last year Waunakee took both games against Oregon, but 2 years ago Oregon took both games against Waunakee. So this is a duo of teams, a matchup. They know each other really well. They're going at it again. Waunakee's 3-1. They won their conference opener. Oregon's 2-1. They won their conference opener. These are two very evenly matched teams. I am so excited to see this one get underway. We are about 7 minutes and change away from the start of this one. Ben, it's a good night. It's cold, it's rainy, we got dangerous weather outside, but in here it's hot.
It's here, the energy, like I said earlier, it's electric. I was able to have the privilege speaking earlier to Coach Mackenzie Rognes, also happens to be my English teacher, but I had the privilege of speaking to her earlier. She's extremely excited for tonight's game. She wouldn't give me the down low or the details about how things are going to be looking at. She's keeping that for a surprise, but she's extremely excited. She has trust in her team, and from a spectator or announcer standpoint, I think that's the most important thing for a coach to have, is to have trust in her team. Because the unfortunate truth, you can't control your players a whole lot when they're out there on the court. You know, you can call certain plays, but when they're out on the court, you need to be able to trust that they're going to be able to make the right decision going down low. And Mackenzie Rognes does that amazingly with all of her players. She assumes that if you're on varsity, or she assumes that if you are there playing the game, she can trust you. You will not go on that court if she cannot.
Interesting look at it for sure, Ben. Yes, Coach Rognes is and Coach Wamsley and company. Definitely a different look from Saturday. Will and I called that game against Sauk Prairie on Saturday. Oregon led 24-3 less than 8 minutes into the game. This is not going to be that type of game. This is going to be, I think, a game that's going to go down to the wire. This is going to be back and forth all night long. At least we can expect, based on what the paper says. Obviously, that's why we play the games. But man, this is some exciting stuff. We got to look. I'm going to give you a few numbers here. Tegan Schenecker, 21.7 points per game. Celia Mitchell scoring 14.3. So we got 2 players in double figures. Waunakee has 3 themselves, and they're coming off a Badger Conference championship last year, with 12-1 in conference, 21-6 overall. They were a game away, Ben. Overtime loss in the sectional finals to Arrowhead from going to state. So this is an experienced group. They are ready to go. Oregon needs to be ready to go out of the gates. I'm curious to see what Coach Walmsley, Coach Rogness, and company have told this team going out and getting ready to go right away. With that being said, Ben, we have 5 minutes to go. We're going to get you over to the band, and we're going to listen for a couple more minutes before we do the national anthem and introductions. Stay with us on OCA Media, folks.
the spirit of positive sportsmanship. In that same spirit of positive sportsmanship, please join me in welcoming tonight's officials. We have Dave Gross, Scott Huffman, and Jerry Nice. Gentlemen, thank you for being here and affording these athletes a chance to compete. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, would you please rise if able, remove your hats, and join in the singing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Waunakee Warriors of Waunakee. A 5'9" junior, number 2, Tessa Bryan. A 6'1" sophomore, number 3, Kira Van Lee. A 5'10" senior, number 4, Audrey White. A 6-foot senior, number 11, Grayson Phillips. And a 5'6" senior, number 14, Ashlyn Bauer. Waunakee is coached by Marcus Richter, assisted by Caitlin O'Connell, Cody Sims, and Jared Quinn. And now the start left for Oregon Panthers. A 5'5" senior, number 3, Naija Njenko. A 5'6" sophomore, number 10, Amelia Crowley. A 6'2" senior, number 20, Tegan Shecker. A 5'8" junior, number 24, Celia Mitchell. And a 5'9" freshman, number 30, Kendall Chester. Oregon is coached by Adam Bosley, assisted by Adam Winners, Mackenzie Rockdale, Bill Rockdale, Lindsay Archie, and Tony June. Fans of the Microwave, friends and family are able to make it out to Oregon High School tonight. Tonight's varsity basketball game is being streamed live on OCA Media. You can find that broadcast with live announced work by Jesse and Ben by searching OCA Media on YouTube or going to ocamedia.com.
Welcome back, folks. We are set to tip, and Tegan Shenaker wins the tip immediately, and Amelia Crowley is going to run it down. And we are underway in this Badger Conference action. Waunakee in the road purple, Oregon in the home whites. Trouble with it underneath. Ooh, that one went out of bounds.
So far, we're seeing a different starting lineup than we've seen in previous games. We both have Kendall Shenaker and Crowley in right off the bat.
Yep. That's how it was on Saturday.
That is how it was on Saturday.
Yep.
I apologize. I was not here.
And Jaco in the corner after the inbounds pass. She's in trouble with Bryan, and Tessa Bryan strips it away. Up ahead comes Waunakee. They're going to drive up and in. It's good. And Audrey Might scores, and the first points of the game. A full court press immediately coming out for Waunakee. And Jaco gets it in. Up ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell to Shenaker. Tegan, that is. Tegan up ahead to her sister, but she couldn't get it too cleanly. Now it's Crowley back out to Tegan. And Oregon looks to reset. Shenaker's going to drive, and she is rejected by Van Wee. But she gets her own board. gets it back and scores, and Teagan's on the board. We're tied at 2. And that one almost an over and back by Waunakee as they get it across the timeline. Audrey Might drives, she kicks out, and there is a 3 from the corner. Ashlyn Bauer for 3, and Waunakee takes the lead back. Here comes Mitchell now, breaking the press. Got away with a little bit of a carry there. She gets it inside to Schenecker, who loses it, but gets it in. And it's out of bounds off of Oregon. Quick, fast-paced action to start here, Ben.
We need to slow it down for sure. You know, we're already seeing some more rough passes, and we just, you know, it happens. It really does.
Ooh, hard inbounds pass. Good on Amelia Crowley for helping up Kira Van Wee back up. Inbounds collision there. Oregon's going to set up their own little full court press here, so both teams looking to play fast, and a bad inbounds pass by Waunakee, but they save it, get it back up ahead. Here comes Tessa Bryan, and she's going to be off the mark. And up ahead, and both Bryan and Van Wee miss. Battle for it now. Mitchell gets it up ahead to Schenecker. Schenecker underneath to her sister, but it's out of bounds. And Kendall, that's the second time underneath that Kendall has not been able to handle the pass, and Oregon turns it over for the second time.
I mean, that full court press is going to take a bit to figure out. It wasn't very subtle. It was coming right off the bat. Now it's just going to be figuring out how to come back from that.
Looking inside, Bryan, she misses the deuce. Schenecker gets her hands on it, but can't quite handle. Kendall now driving. She's going to kick out. Oh, round it to the wing. Celia Mitchell off the mark for 3. Another one look, and that's blocked. Schenecker's 3 is off the mark. And Waunakee looks to drive. Here is Might. She can't hit, and she's stripped by Kendall. Up ahead, Teagan, she runs it down. Driving. She's rejected, but she's fouled hard by Grayson Phillips. That'll be here first. 15:34 under already, Ben, and we've got up and down so far.
Oregon's going to get a quick little break. Teagan Schenecker, I'm not sure how she did on Saturday, but I do know the last game I called with you, Jesse, she was struggling a little bit at the line.
She had 31 points on Saturday. Pretty much everybody played well. She was the only player on both teams, though, that was in double figures, as she hits both. She hits both free throws.
Oregon kind of retaliating with a small half-court press. Looks like Schenecker was able to really pressure Audrey Mitt. Sorry, did I say the last name right? Might?
Audrey Might.
Thank you, Jesse. Sorry about that.
And both teams now with 2 turnovers, as Oregon's going to have it on their half of the floor. Looking to get somebody in. They got to get it in quick, and that one's turned over. Another turnover by Oregon. Up ahead. 3 from the corner from Van Wee. She hits it. And Waunakee hitting those strokes early. Najeko picks up her dribble. Now she's trapped. Now Mitchell's trapped. They got that full court press. They got to get it over the timeline, and they do. Just in time is Crowley. Up to Najeko. She passes up the triple. Swinging it back around. Attempt by Grayson Phillips to swat that, but she couldn't. Now Njenko for 3. She can't hit. Offensive rebound. Now Njenko's going to drive again. And offensive against Njenko. On the charge. And that's another turnover for Oregon. Waunakee, as Oregon backs off of the press there a little bit. And here is Might. Up now to Bryan at the top of the key, and she's swatted away, stripped by Kendall Schenecker. She's gonna drive, got away. Nope, she didn't get away with it. She had the right idea, but turned it over on the travel in the lane. I don't think she was quite sure what she wanted to do with the basketball there, Ben.
Going on to a 1-on-2 there is a really difficult positioning, but definitely wow, especially against a team like Waunakee. You need to be careful down in that lane. They're girls, they got tall girls, about averaging about a 5'8" height, so.
Here's Phillips at the top, gets it to Might. Might is off the mark for the triple, and Oregon rebounds it, and it's immediately turned over as Now a battle for the ball. No shot. It's a foul on the floor. And I think it's going to be a foul on Oregon. Yes, it is. Grace Tyler, her first foul.
Nora Knight and Jane Shevchuk checking in for Waunakee.
Waunakee basketball under their own hoop here. 8-4, 14 minutes on that Panther exterior scoreboard early on. Waunakee out in front by 4. Waunakee just working their offense here as Shevchuk checking in, and she turns it over to Tegan Schenecker. Tegan's gonna drive, and she's gonna have an easy runner layup. 2 points for Schenecker.
Great drive off of there from Schenecker. She knew exactly what her plan was getting out of that.
Way too easy though. Transition offense by Waunakee. Audrey Might scores. Tyler now gets it over. Mitchell, long 2. It's off the mark. And Waunakee gets the rebound. Now it's Might. She's double teamed. She gets it off to Nora Might, her sister. And there's another Waunakee turnover. Oregon playing just as good a defense as Waunakee here early on. They just need to keep the ball in possession of themselves as Tyler is in trouble, and she's going to have a tie-up. And it's Waunakee basketball.
Tessa Bryant returns to the Warriors.
Waunakee basketball. 13 minutes to go in this one. Ooh, that's going to be an inbound and a hard foul by Kendall Schenecker. My goodness. She's just bowled over Audrey Might. And Kayla Ticey checks in for Oregon, checking in for Mitchell.
Did he say first or third foul?
That's the first on Schenecker, but I have 3 team fouls. I'm not sure where I missed the 4th, but we have 4 team fouls on Oregon, according to the scoreboard. Here's Tessa Bryan, highly touted prospect for the Waunakee Warriors. She's going to give it off to Phillips. Underneath pass by Phillips, and she's going to get it to Shevchuk, who's off the mark for 2. Up ahead pass, and it's stolen away. A little too greedy there by the Panthers, and they're going to turn it over for the 7th time. Here is Might driving, goes up and under, and she's going to score and 1.
Basket is good by Audrey Might. Oregon foul number 30, Kendall Schenecker.
Schennecker's second foul already, and she is going to check out as Evelyn Feltz checks in for the Panthers. So 3-point play the hard way attempt for Audrey Might. Trying to add to her 6 points so far. And she misses the free throw, but wide open underneath.
Waunakee kind of backing off of that full court press that we were seeing earlier in the game.
And content to just play half-court man-to-man defense as Tyler drives, and it's swatted out of bounds by Shevchuk. Another dangerous pass by Oregon so far. A lot of sloppy passes, trying to get into passing lanes as Waunakee's arms just in the way there. Ticey now from the corner. She's looking for somebody. Now she's going to dribble to the top of the key. Gets it to Feltz. Feltz to Schenecker, and that's another turnover. Oregon really struggling with the turnovers again. An inside pass, wide open is Jane Shevchuk. And it's 14-6. Coach Walmsley wants a timeout. Not looking good here early, Ben.
He's gonna. I mean, it's not anything bad, you know. It's great. They're playing great defense, great offense, but it's going into that transition from both sides of the court. That is really screwing right now with both Waunakee and Oregon. I mean, that's how we were able to get those 4 points right off the bat. With the transition offense coming from Waunakee was just full court press, and then what? They didn't know what to do after that. And Waunakee kind of fixed that. You know, they let their girls come back about to the half-court line to meet all the Oregon players. So it's right now. It's just what the Oregon girls need to be thinking about is they're still trying to give a heavy press on at least two of us. Right now, it's going either between Schenecker, Tegan, and Naisha Najeko for that two-man press. So just being able to figure that out and going through the motions is going to be the easiest way to get this done.
Njeko now looking to inbound. She gets it to Schenecker. Schenecker gets it back to Njeko. Up ahead to Crowley. Here we go. Transition offense, just like Ben was talking about. And there's Tegan Schenecker scoring right off the bat out of the inbounds on the timeout. Another 2 points on the Panther exterior scoreboard. And Tessa Bryan traveled with it, and it's a turnover by Waunakee. They're 6th of the game. Here's a little momentum out of the timeout, Ben. Crowley, she's going to take a long three. Amelia Crowley hits the triple, the 14-11 on the Panther exterior scoreboard. Right back in it out of the timeout. Full court press coming out from Oregon, but Waunakee breaks it easily. Up ahead, and good back down defense. Pressure, Shevchik. No, that's going to be Nora Might is going to take the three. She's off the mark. Tessa Bryan's going to score the two. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
There.
I just was talking about Oregon was going straight into that, straight into the double defense off of Audrey Might, and just gave up a turnover there and got it back.
Back and forth. We are going back and forth with the turnovers. Long three. Bryan is good. Tessa Bryan with a triple. And just like that, the lead is back to 8. And inbounds is stolen away. And Bryan scores again.
Walmsley voicing his opinion on the sidelines. He keeps yelling, let's go, let's go, let's go. And there's just some mistakes happening right now that he's clearly not too happy about.
Definitely very sloppy on the inbounds there. There's Schenecker is a three, and she's off the mark. Doesn't chase after her own rebound, and that's going to go the other direction for Waunakee. Schenecker is going to get called for the foul there on the reach-in, trying to take it away. Waunakee's going to get a group of wholesale changes here. Excuse me. And 10 minutes to go here. 21-11. Waunakee out in front early. Schenecker, good pressure defense there on Phillips. Now she gets it to Bryan. Tessa Bryan against Naisha Njeko. What a spin move. Tessa Bryan showing her skills and what she's showing off to college recruiters as just a junior. She is dynamite on that spin move going to the lane. Now Njeko gets it across the timeline to Schenecker. Schenecker to Kayla Ticey. Three ball is off the mark. And Waunakee's going to go in the other direction. Bryan, she's going to try to drive, and then Njeko is going to get called for her second foul. Trying to go against Tessa Bryan. She's quick.
She is quick. I mean, there's no other good way to phrase that. She's quick. She's tall, standing at 5'9", which for girls basketball is really good. And she can shoot. That's the most important part. You know, we've seen her shoot all over the court so far. We've seen her take deep threes, and we've seen her take the easy layups that you do in practice.
Well, she misses the front end of the 1-and-1 as Waunakee is now in the bonus for the rest of the half. Schenecker is going to go up ahead, and Ticey couldn't quite handle the pass, but they don't turn it over, and Njeko gets it inside to Schenecker, and Tegan scores. Another full court press by Oregon as they try to get back into this one. Down 10 on the Panther exterior scoreboard. It's 23-13 Waunakee with 9 minutes to go. Inbound, inside pass, and wow, Grayson Phillips wide open underneath. And a frustration foul. She missed a wide open layup, and she's going to get called for the foul. They're going to stick with this full court press, though, up 10. And it's proven to be effective. Oregon has 11 turnovers in the first half. As Phillips is going to check out with 2 fouls, only 2 fouls for Waunakee, and they're both by Phillips. Long, lazy passes so far for Oregon as they need to get good on that. Ticey's now going to shoot a 3, and it's off the mark. Up ahead, Tessa Bryan Too easy there. Tessa Bryan, another bucket there. She's got 13 already. Up ahead, Kendall Schenecker is going to across the timeline now. She's going to have to match up as she gets to Cecilia Mitchell. Mitchell's going to just go to the lane, and she can't hit. Swatted out of bounds. Nope, not out of bounds. Goes to Tessa Bryan. And Bryan's going to miss. Oh, and Ticey wasn't looking for it. Unfortunate pass there as Ticey was not ready for the pass, and it goes out of bounds into Waunakee's hands. 12 turnovers already been for Oregon. Waunakee sets up. Here's Van Wee. She's going to get fouled by Kendall Schenecker, and that is personal foul number 3 on Kendall Schenecker already. We're only 10 minutes into this one.
Oregon foul number 30, Kendall Schenecker, her third personal foul, 8th team foul. Here Van Wee shooting bonus.
Van Wee to the line for the bonus, 1-1. And she missed it. Ticey to Njeko, back to Ticey. Long 3 for Ticey, off the mark. We needed that one. Couldn't quite get it to go. She's 0 for 3 from deep. Up ahead, and Van Wee misses. The rebound goes to Oregon. Njeko up ahead, Schenecker, she rolls it off and out. And Waunakee's gonna go the other direction with Tessa Bryan. She's gonna slow it up though. Now battle the spin move. Might, she's gonna drive hard to the lane, can't hit. And it's gonna get saved. No, it's gonna get in the direction of Kendall Schenecker. She's gonna drive, looking for Ticey. She wants to keep shooting it. Oh, and it's almost in. Ticey can't hit, but we get a turnover. Mitchell fouled underneath. Wow, Ben, it's so fast-paced here going on. 25-13 Waunakee. Basketball is going to be Oregon's underneath as Audra Ubersocks was called for the foul there underneath.
I love that last name. It's just so fun to say.
And Njeko gets it to Kendall Schenecker, or Tegan Schenecker rather. They're gonna go inside and out. They want to get it to Schenecker underneath, you can tell. She's gonna try to battle hard, and she gets the roll. Tegan Schenecker gets the roll, and Coach Walmsley wants a timeout. 6:49 to go on the Panther exterior scoreboard, 25-15, Ben. Down 10, but they're looking for more.
I actually do think that was a Waunakee. No, I apologize. It wasn't Oregon timeout. I thought that was a Waunakee timeout. Ref pointed to Waunakee coach. I mean, I'm actually really enjoying this game. We're down 10 on. We're down 10. You know, obviously, you know, we got the sloppy moves that could probably make that lead a little bit less. But it's a fast-paced game, like you said. Oregon is staying in it. I mean, so far, when Oregon came out of that first timeout, what we scored? 6?
We scored 4 straight.
Okay, 4 straight.
And then, well, 5 straight rather. There was the triple and then the do on the turnover. But then Waunakee answered with 5 straight.
Yeah. So right now, like I was saying earlier, we just need to focus on that transition offense to defense. I'll probably be saying it this whole game, so I apologize for being repetitive. It's the biggest thing when it comes to basketball, especially, is being able to go, oh crap, I let that player get the ball, and that player's not supposed to have the ball. Now I need to move to defense. Yep. It's the most important thing in basketball. It's a really hard thing to master. I mean, I've even seen NBA players where they let the ball go and they just stand there. Like, no, move. Do something.
Long pass up ahead by Audrey Might. She's going to get it back at the top of the key. Passes up the triple. Gets it underneath. Now they're going to go back out to Tessa Bryan, and she's way off the mark on the triple. It'll be Oregon basketball as Njeko gets it in to Mitchell. More of the full court press action going on by Waunakee, but they're kind of backing down a little bit when they have a chance at a double turnover. Another turnover by Bryan for 3. And she's long through. She long one on that one. Up ahead, Tegan Schenecker is going to have it underneath. She's going to battle with Bryan, and a travel by Schenecker. That'll be turnover number 13 by Oregon already in this one. 28-15, Waunakee putting the pressure on Oregon this far. 5:33 to go on the Panther exterior scoreboard. Has not looked good so far for Oregon as they continue to struggle with the turnovers. Waunakee has turned it over 8 times themselves, but Oregon just not able to do anything with it right now. A pass going to go into the corner, and it's taken away. Nyasha Janko with the strip. She needs help with it, though, and she's going to get it to Crowley. Now Crowley trying to do something with it. Gets it up to Tegan. Tegan's going to drive. Tegan is going to be off the mark on the deuce. And up ahead, there is Van Wees. She couldn't hit. And a battle for it. Van Wee missed. Now here is Might. Might just drives into the lane. Nobody's there for Oregon getting the offensive or the defensive rebounds. Got to get somebody in the lane to get those boards. Triple, and underneath another offensive rebound. And a jump ball is called. Panthers are going to get the possession.
All right.
Bear with us, folks. We're having some technical difficulties
Sorry
here.
for me and Jesse keep cutting out. I think it's fixed. I think I fixed it. We will see. If we cut out again, I'm sorry. I'm working on trying to find out what cord is not wanting to work right now.
We are working through a winter storm here in southern Wisconsin too, folks. So could be a little bit of the weather impacting our connectivity here tonight. But another turnover by Oregon. Up ahead, Tessa Bryan is wide open, and she is going to score easily. Tessa Bryan already with 18 points. Mark. Second one coming here. Bryant goes to the lane, and she is going to get fouled by Riley Hermsdorf. That is going to be her first, but the team's 9th foul. Tessa Bryant back to the free throw line for the Warriors. Again, bear with us, folks. We have some major technical difficulties going on, so bear with us if we are cutting in and out as Brian misses the first. Shevchik checks back in for the Warriors. 32-16, 2:43 to go in the first half on the Panther exterior scoreboard as Brian hits the second.
Good news, folks. I found the cord. Everything's good. We should be good for the rest of the game. Fingers crossed.
Oh, and another turnover. 15 turnovers in the first half for Oregon. Just sloppy passing and nothing they can do about it right now. It's just has not been going the Panthers' way. This one, 33-16, Waunakee in total control here in this one.
I mean, I think the most important part right now that we should be looking at, it's still an entertaining game. It's still action-packed. We're still seeing points happen from both. Obviously, we're seeing more points happen from Waunakee right now, but it's still a good game that we're watching, and it's still obtainable for Oregon to win.
Full court press has proved to be very difficult for the Panthers. Schenecker gets it up, over, and she's going to go up and under, and she's going to score. Tegan Schenecker with two more. 13 for Schenecker, Tegan that is. Up ahead, and Tessa Bryant, she can't hit. She's gonna get called for the foul. She doesn't like the call, but that's a good call by the official. 15 foul. 2 more to the bonus for Oregon, but only 1:50 to go in the first half. In a game that has started to slip away for Oregon. Hermsdorf has it. Back to Mitchell. They've got to get it over the timeline, and it's another pass that goes away, and that is going to be a 10-second call and the 16th turnover by the Panthers in this first half. Unless there was a timeout by Coach Walmsley. No, that's going to be a 10-second call against the Panthers. 35-18 on the Panther exterior scoreboard here. 1:36 to go in the first half. Tessa Bryant and the Warriors are in control in this one. Van Wee with it in the wing, from the wing. She gets it underneath to Nora Might. Now Might gets it back to Van Wee. Van Wee was looking for Shevchik, but they are going to turn it over. 12th turnover for Waunakee, so both teams struggling with turnovers, but it's affected, Oregon significantly more in this one. Another sloppy pass, and Janko tries to go against 2 defenders with the pass. And wow, up and under for Celia Mitchell. Big time basket there. Beautiful look and beautiful move by Mitchell. There's Audra Might. She's way off the mark for 3, and a foul is going to get called. I believe that's going to be on Tessa Bryant. That'll be her second.
Her arm was hooked inside of the Jacos. I'm glad that they were both safe, because that right there can go south very quickly.
16 foul. Next foul will put Oregon in the bonus with 50.7 to go, though, in the first half. The Panthers just got to look to do something, especially against this full court press. They've got to get it over the timeline and do it in a hurry. Time is ticking away. They do not get it. Oh, they are going to get away with that one. I counted 13 seconds on that. It's going to go back.
They're counting those New York seconds.
Oh, Ben, I love that. Hermsdorf has it from the wing. She's going to look to drive. She's going to go up, and it's just not going to be there for her, but she's going to get the offensive rebound, and Janko now has it. Long 3 by Schenecker is no good, and Waunakee up ahead. Ooh, and a foul is called against Amelia Crowley. Not sure I agree with that one, but with 5.9 seconds left, that's going to put Ashlyn Bauer to the foul line. Oh, I found where I missed my foul there. That's Crowley's second. I had it for her first. So first one by Bauer is good.
Ashlyn Bauer shooting the double bonus.
Double bonus for Waunakee. Second one rattles in. And she's got 5 today. And Jaco gets it up ahead. They got to get it to Schenecker. They got to get a basket up. Oh, and they're not even going to get a shot off. 17 turnovers in the first half.
17-point difference going into the half.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say, Ben. That was a rough first half for Oregon.
That was a rough first half for Oregon, but you know, people call me Mr. Positive because I always like to look at the positives. But, or they like to call me Mr. Brightside. But with that being said, 17 points. I mean, Jesse, we've seen 20, we've seen 15 points happen very quickly in basketball. Especially high school, we see these heavy point fluctuations. We see these points fluctuate heavily. Right now, the biggest thing is making sure that Oregon is focusing on getting rebounds and the turnovers. Oregon with 17 turnovers and multiple missed rebound opportunities is kind of putting them in a bad spot. The most important thing that Oregon can be doing right now is paying attention to the full game. Just because you don't have the ball doesn't mean that you're still not on the court. And we saw that happen a few times where, you know, a pass was made and it rolled by a player's foot, or a pass was made and it was just not maybe a pass that I would make. With that being said, I am by no means a good basketball player. That's why I announce it. And I understand with any sport, when you're actually on that field and you're on that court, you're more or less thinking, how do I get this done quick or how do I get it done right? You can never really do both of them. That's the hard part about sports, is being able to make those split-second decisions. I've seen that from both Waunakee and Oregon, so I know that both teams can do this amazingly. I think it's just bringing it down to the wire and doing it.
They're going to have to do something with it quickly, folks. It's gotten out of hand quickly. I'd like to remind you that this exclusive broadcast of Panther basketball is brought to you with the financial support of these fine sponsors: the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play; Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community; the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for young people to thrive. One Community Bank, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering, and Wisco Industries. We'd also like to welcome Panther Exteriors as our exclusive scoreboard sponsor. Panther Exteriors. Put a Panther on your roof. You'll be glad you did. If your organization would like to join our family of sponsors, please visit our website at ocamedia.com or send Paul an email. He will love to have an email from you. With that being said, it's 37-20 on the Panther Exterior scoreboard here at halftime. We will be back with the second half action in a few moments, folks. Stay with us, and we apologize again for the technical difficulties that we had in the first half. Rest assured, Ben Baker is on it, and he has got this figured out. We will be back with you in a few moments for the second half. Welcome back to this exclusive broadcast of Panther basketball on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. I'm Jesse Larson alongside Ben Baker. Panther basketball is brought to you with the financial support of these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for young people to thrive. One Community Bank, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.L. Richard Prime Meats and Catering, and Wisco Industries. We'd also like to welcome Panther Exteriors as our exclusive scoreboard sponsor for the 25-26 basketball seasons. Panther Exteriors, put a Panther on your roof. You'll be glad you did. If the organization would like to join our family of sponsors, please visit our website at ocamedia.com or
Contact Paul at ocamedia.com.
contact Paul. That is it. All right. First half stats for Waunakee. The whole story is Tessa Bryan. 19 points already. Nobody else in double figures. With Nora Might has 7 off the bench, and her sister Audrey has 6. For Oregon, it's literally just 3 players. Tegan Schenecker has 15, Amelia Crowley has 3, and Celia Mitchell has 2. 37-20 up there on the Panther Exterior scoreboard, Ben. Coming out of the locker room, this has to be Oregon's game. They have to bring it in early and quickly here in the second half.
Hey, can you repeat Nora Might's and Audrey Might's numbers real quick for score?
He wants me to, folks, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna obey that that teen slang we have. But Audrey Might has 6 points. Nora Might has 7 points, and they are sisters, just like the Schenecker sisters on the Panthers. As the Panthers have the basketball, we are underway in the second half, and we are going to have a quick go-ahead by Celia Mitchell, and she's going to score. Here comes Tessa Bryan, though. She is screaming down the front of the lane, and she's going to get an underneath pass, backdoor assist, but now she's going to drive up, under, and she's going to miss, actually, the front end of that. And Oregon, they have possession. They're going to go the other way. Tegan Schenecker, 4-3 is off the mark. And, and it went to be saved. Oh, no foul called underneath there. As we're just going to keep playing, I guess. The girls really don't know what's going on, but Tegan Schenecker has it. She's going to get it at the top to Mitchell. Mitchell, nice backdoor pass, but Crowley was cut off. So they go back on top. Nyasha Janko, she's going to drive. She's going to be rejected hard out of bounds. It's going to stay here.
Good on her for getting up that quick, because I would still be on the ground.
Yeah, probably me too. I can't lie. Yeah, that's not my game anymore.
That was a hard hit on a hard floor.
That's why I'm up here, Ben, and not down there. But I'm also not in high school anymore, folks. So anyway, Kendall Schenecker is going to turn it over up ahead, and that one's going to get saved. Wow, what a save by Van Wee. She's going to get it to Might. Here comes Phillips. Grayson Phillips gets it back out top to Might. Might's going to go to Bryan. Oh, is Tessa Bryan going to score that? No. The no-look, too, is no good for Tessa Bryan. And Oregon goes the other direction. But Kendall Schenecker loses it. Now she has it at the top. Gets it to her sister. Now Tegan looks to drive on Van Wee. She kicks out. Nyasha Janko airballs the 3. And we're going to go the other direction. Way up ahead. Grayson Phillips is wide open. Transition offense. We were talking about it all first half, folks. And that's a great example there. Poor transition defense by Oregon. Excellent transition offense by Waunakee. Sloppy pass. Out ahead. 3 ball from the corner is off the mark for Ticey.
I mean, I'm really liking Oregon's energy coming out of halftime. You know, we're definitely slowing it down a little bit. We're paying attention to those rebounds. We're paying attention to those passes. You know, it's no. I wonder if Wamsley said no more quick passes in that locker room.
Probably. I mean, 17 first half turnovers. Yeah. You have to do something.
Absolutely. But we see them taking their time. You know, we're seeing more chest-to-chest passes, not over the head.
Ooh, almost a travel there. Sorry to interrupt you there.
You're all right.
Waunakee's going to get it up ahead. Van Wee's going to go for the basket, and she's going to score.
I mean, you can't really be mad on a layup like that. That layup was beautifully sent, and she went to the ground afterwards. And
up ahead, transition offense, Ben, just like you were talking about. There's Evelyn Feltz for 2. Here comes Tessa Bryan, though. Switch back. Now she's going to step back and go up on the lane, and she's going to score. Can't keep Tessa Bryan down for long, and she goes right past Zinchenko and scores, and she's got 21. And that's a foul 60 feet from the basket by Waunakee. Tessa Bryan picks up her 3rd. I mean, if we can get her in more foul trouble, Waunakee is going to have to look for somebody else to score. As it is right now, up ahead, 2-on-1 for Tegan, and she's going to just take it herself, and she's going to, just off the lane. I'll roll around the rim and out. Phillips now driving against Schenecker. Schenecker pops it away, and there's Feltz. Evelyn Feltz takes it away, and now gets it up ahead to Zinchenko. Ticey was looking for that 3. Inside to Schenecker. Schenecker gets it to Zinchenko, but she loses it inside. Jump ball. And it's going to be Waunakee possession. So 2nd turnover of the half for Oregon. Each team with 2 turnovers so far in the second half. 14:47 left to go in the second half. 43-24. Waunakee out in front. Here's Tessa Bryan driving and scoring. Just too quick off the dribble is Tessa Bryan for any of these Oregon defenders, and she scores again. And there's another turnover. Stolen away by Audrey Might. Might has it inside. Now they're going to drive. Kick outside. Van Wee, 3-ball, buries it. Kira Van Wee scores, and the lead is up to 21 for the Warriors. Another turnover for Oregon, rather, and Tessa Bryan's going to shoot a very long 3, and she scores. Tessa Bryan with 25 points, 26 rather, and another timeout for Coach Walmsley. That is a 9-0 run, no, 8-0 run for Waunakee. Ben, it is getting ugly here. I'm not sure what to say right now.
I'm clueless too, so you know what? I have a great thing to say. Hey, Jesse, can you think about how many events or OCA Media broadcasted last year?
I don't know. A lot, though. I know it's like in the hundreds.
Yeah, OCA Media last year broadcasted over 300 events. OCA Media is powered mainly by high schoolers and Paul. We love Paul. So if you are interested in sponsoring OCA Media, please contact Paul at ocamedia.com. 2 of the people here are high schoolers, and no, the second person is not Jesse. The second person is our camera operator, Sienna Otterson. Sienna's been a camera op for 2 years now. How many? What? Oh, sorry, 2 months. I was wrong, 2 months. She's been a camera operator for 2 months, so all that amazing camera work that you are seeing is amazing. If you're not liking it, make sure you tell her directly.
Inbounds pass goes to Schenecker, and now Zinchenko trouble. She's double teamed. She's getting swatted at. Good up ahead pass though by Ticey. Gets it to Schenecker. Schenecker is going to try to get it to. Is that Evelyn Feltz?
Feltz,
yeah, that was
yes.
Feltz, but it was swatted out of bounds again by Waunakee. It's going to stay here. But more pressure from Waunakee. Outside, Ticey. She wants another 3. She buries it. Finally hits one. Kayla Ticey 0 for 4 in the first half, but she hits one here in the second half. She's on the board. It is 51-27 though. Waunakee in command. Up ahead. That's got to be a charge. Yes, it is. That's going to be a charge against Audrey Might, and that's going to go the other direction.
Her first.
3 fouls on Bryan, 1 on Van Weave, 1 on Might. So only 1 player in foul trouble for the Warriors. Up ahead, another breaking that press. Ticey, she just wants to pop tonight. Oh, she's going to miss that. That one got partially rejected, partially blocked, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Audrey Might, and it's going to stay here.
Well, we're going to have to give credit to Tegan Schenecker on that one. She kind of put the ball in Audrey Might's hand at the last second. That's actually a really good ball control, in my opinion. is being able to get that ball in the right spot at the right time.
Inside, and that's going to be stripped away, and a foul. And that's going to be another turnover. Wow, I'm marking off turnovers more than I'm marking off baskets right now, folks. Yeah. So, Oregon basketball at half court. These two teams have both played Sauk Prairie this far this season. Both won by 25 plus. Both teams started out 1-0 in conference. This one's going the way of the Warriors, though, in this second conference game. Turn around, inside, basket by Celia Mitchell. She's got 4 this second half. Here's Tessa Bryan. That speed runs right past Njenko. Gets it up ahead, up and underneath. What a basket by Nora Might. She may be coming off the bench tonight, but Nora Might has played outstanding for the Warriors. Here is a 2-on-1 chance, but no, here's Ticey. She's just going to drive this time. She's going to get cut off. Here's Tegan Schenecker for 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound by Celia Mitchell, then she's going to throw it away. And that's going to be an over and back. Another turnover.
You actually didn't call that one out of bounds for your stat sheet.
So regardless, it's a turnover for Oregon. Their 6th of the second half, 23rd for the game. Here is Tessa Bryan now. She's been the story for Waunakee thus far. Van Wee now going to drive against Schenecker. She's going to go up, and she is going to score. Kira Van Wee scores. She is into double figures now with 10. Tegan Schenecker is looking to drive. She needs some help here. Here is the 3-ball from Stella Hall off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Battle for the loose ball, I should say. That'll be a turnover for Waunakee. Into the hands of Schenecker now. Oregon looking to set up their offense. And Jaco has it at the top of the key. Waunakee is in every passing lane thus far. And just like that, Tessa Bryan, she swats it out, and it's going to stay with Oregon, but it's at half court. 11:33 to go on the Panther exterior scoreboard. It is 55-29 Waunakee. Jaco gets it into Grace Tyler. She looked to pop for 3. She's going to have a little bit of a sloppy pass, but it gets in the hands of Njenko. She has to dribble with that at some point. Schenecker and her height gets that pass, but now Schenecker is going to drive. She tries to go up and in, but double teamed underneath. Now Njenko drives. She's going to score. Nyasia Njenko, she needed that basket for sure. Finally on the board is that Nyasia. Her first points of the night here, coming with 10:58 to go in this one. And out of bounds. Nora Might, I complimented her outstanding play earlier, but that ball goes sailing out of bounds. And
it's going to roll into a different county.
Yeah, into the hands of a fan that was standing there against the wall. He's laughing about it. Panther basketball, though. Down 24.
Waunakee appears to be backing off of that half-court press that we've been seeing all game, and that was an unfortunate pass coming off of Celia Mitchell.
Student section almost caught that with the garbage can that's actually sitting between them right now. Here's Tessa Bryan. She's going to show off that speed again. She's going to try to drive past Jake. Good defense by Nyasia. Cuts off Bryan. Waunakee looks to set up. Van Wee drives. She's going to pass it off to Might. Nora Might, that is, and Nora Might's going to score again. She is into double figures with 11. 57-31 now. Another turnover by the Panthers. Tessa Bryan looking to do something with it. She's battling against Tegan Schenecker. She's calling for help. Gets it to Van Wee, but Van Wee's cut off by Njenko. Pass inside is turned over. Good takeaway by Tegan Schenecker there. Nyasia, she's just going to pop for 3. It's off the front iron. No good. Waunakee's going to go the other direction. Here's Nora Might. She's going to slow it down. Gets into Tessa Bryan. And the Warriors are going to set up their offense here. Van Wee has it at the top of the key. They're looking just to, looks like they're just going to be content to pass it around. Van Wee is going to shoot from the corner. She's off the mark on the triple. Her first miss of the second half, actually. Pass quick up ahead to Schenecker. She is fouled, and the basket goes. Tegan Schenecker scores. She's going to go to the line. Nora Might's going to pick up her first. It's going to send Tegan Schenecker to the line for the three-point play the hard way.
Seeing a lot of changes here coming off Oregon. It looks like we're finally going to let Tessa Bryant and Kira Van Wee take a quick little water break.
Well, they've definitely earned it thus far. They have put Waunakee in total control.
I almost want to say this is the first time they've touched the bench all night, but I could be wrong about that.
I would probably be in agreement with you there, Ben. It's hasn't happened, if at all, tonight. And that is part of the reason why Waunakee is up by 23 on the Panther exterior scoreboard here with 9 minutes to go. If Oregon is going to make a run here at it, they have to do something quick. Here's Grayson Phillips. She's going to look to drive. She's going to pop and going to be off the mark for two. And here is Jalen Jones. She's going to play point here for a little bit for Oregon. Both teams making some subs.
Great move.
Evelyn Coleman.
Probably.
With it now, top of the key is Coleman. And that ball goes out of bounds off Celia Mitchell. Yes, it's going to be off Celia Mitchell. Turnover by the Panthers. That is 26. And head coach Marcus Richter is going to call a timeout for Waunakee. 57-34, 8:33 to go here in this one, folks. I'd like to remind you that this exclusive broadcast of Panther basketball is brought to you with the financial support of these fine sponsors: the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play; Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community; Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for young people to thrive. One Community Bank, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering, and Wisco Industries. As well as our new exclusive scoreboard sponsor for the 25-26 season, Panther Exteriors. Put a Panther on your roof. You'll be glad you did. If your organization would like to join our family of sponsors, please visit our website at ocamedia.com or send Paul an email. Just flood Paul with emails. He will enjoy that. Back underway here. Grayson Phillips has it for the Warriors, rather. Top of the key is Audrey Might. Pass inside by Might is stolen away by Amelia Crowley. That's another turnover by Waunakee. Up ahead is Schenecker. They're looking to drive. Schenecker's spin move. She doesn't score, but she gets her own rebound and scores.
I was talking about in the first half getting your own rebounds, just getting rebounds in general. And guess I was hurt because she stayed in there. She stayed right in the boxed out everything. Everything she was supposed to do, she did perfectly there. Applause to Tegan Schenecker on that one. Now she'll have a chance to do what, Jesse?
Three-point play the hard way, and she hits it. 57-37 now, as Schenecker is up to 20 points. 21, wow. Jane Shefchik wide open from three, but she couldn't hit it. And the Panthers will run the other direction. Crowley's going to slow it down. She's going to give it off to Tegan Schenecker. Schenecker is going to drive, pass out to Stella Hall. Panthers get it inside. Mitchell could not get it to go. Good look at the basket there for Mitchell, but she couldn't hit. Contested baskets have been the name of the game for Waunakee. They have not made things easy on the offensive side for the Panthers. Warriors just passing it around here.
Trying to drain some climb off that off the clock, or just trying to give Tessa Bryant and Kira Van Wee a little bit extra of a long breakout. They've already lined back up.
Yeah, they are at the scorer's table. They are ready to go back in. Inside pass by Ashlyn Bauer is stolen away. It's going to be a jump ball, actually. Possession is going to give it to Oregon, though. That is going to be.
Tessa Bryan checking in for Waunakee for the Panthers, Riley Hermsdorf and Kendall Schechter.
21 turnovers for Waunakee, so both teams in the 20s for turnovers. This is, I guess, what you might say, a classic high school basketball game. Lots of sloppy passes, but Waunakee has definitely shot the basketball better than the Panthers have. That full court press is back for Waunakee. Hermsdorf, she had it underneath. She looks to get rid of it, gets it to Kendall. Kendall's going to go up. She's going to get rejected, and it's going to go into the Warriors. Yes, the Warriors are going to have it. Schechter.
That was definitely a close one there out of bounds, but I definitely agree with the referee's decision on that one. It did look like it was close, that's for sure.
Well, Tessa Bryant is back in the game. Inside pass by Might. Van Wee now has it. She's going to drive, and she's going to score. Kira Van Wee scores another deuce. She's up to 12 now, helping out the Waunakee lead here in this one. 6 minutes and change to go. Warriors have put this one almost out of reach as Riley Hermsdorf drives. She can't score. And Waunakee looks to go the other direction. Grayson Phillips pumps. Now passes it off to Van Wee underneath. Good defense by the Panthers here as now Phillips rather drives, and she's fouled by Tegan Schechter.
I mean, another thing that I'll point out that Oregon's doing very well compared to the first half is they're keeping their fouls under control. That's only Oregon's second foul into the second half with 5 minutes and 54 seconds remaining on that Panther exterior scoreboard. Well, Waunakee's at their fourth. 3 more fouls for Waunakee. I keep second guessing myself. 3 more fouls for Waunakee, and that puts Oregon in the bonus. And in 5 minutes, that can happen.
Yeah, I definitely like to see Oregon try to drive the basketball a little more, get Waunakee in some foul trouble. Looking at it here, that was Phillips at the line. Did she hit both?
What?
Did she hit both?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
We were a little busy talking there, folks. It is going to be 1 out of 2 for Phillips. Out of bounds, and this is going to stay with Oregon. Trying to catch up on my score sheet here. Inbounds pass goes to Kendall, who gets it to Tegan. Tegan's going to pop for 3, and she buries it. Tegan Schechter hits the triple. Another 3 on the Panther exterior scoreboard. It's 60-40 now with 5.5 to play. Good pressure defense by Naja Janko against Tessa Bryan. Forces her to get rid of it. But she's going to get it back now. She's going to pop. Long triple. It's off the mark. Heat check time for Tessa Bryan. She misses the 3. And Oregon looks to go the other direction. Oh, and Naja couldn't quite handle the pass, and that's going to be another turnover for the Panthers.
What are the Panthers at this half for turnovers, Jesse?
They have 11 in this half, 28 for the game.
They've toned back on those turnovers.
Cut it back a little bit. Still, definitely, that's a pass you really want them to
absolutely.
complete.
And that's also still a big amount of turnovers, even for high school ball. But I do like to see that we're improving. That's the important part.
Grayson Phillips is going to pop the 3. She's off the mark. Out of bounds. And it's going to be Oregon basketball.
We're seeing an even 20 difference right now on that Panther exterior scoreboard.
Oregon's got to make a run here, and they got to make it quick.
I've seen 20 points happen. Not in 4 minutes and 44 seconds, but I've seen 20 points happen in a very short amount of time. So
I have as well. I have seen as many as 15 in 2 minutes happen. That ball goes out of bounds. Oh, are we going to get a foul? Yes, we are. That's going to be a Gwen Van Beek. First time we've called her name as she picks up her first foul of the game. Oregon basketball underneath. Pass goes underneath. Ooh.
I don't know if I would have taken that out there.
Stella Hall takes it out, and Tegan Schechter is going to just drive. Looked like she should have got a chance at a 3-point play the hard way, but either way, it's a Panther basket. Waunakee's going to drive. Here's Phillips. Phillips has done a very good job of driving those basketballs in the lane, and she's going to miss. She's going to get called for the foul, swatting it over. Third foul on Phillips. That's 2 players now with 3 fouls for Waunakee.
6 fouls. Oregon is now in the big bonus. Any foul now after this will be at the line. This could help Oregon. It really could.
18-point game here with 4 minutes to go. Hermsdorf, she's going to drop. Oh, she's going to pass it off. I thought she was just going to take that to the basket. Instead, Grace Tyler has it at the top of the key. Elise Coleman buries a triple. Elise Coleman with a 3 on the Panther exterior scoreboard at 60-45. But Kira Van Wee, transition offense. She misses the triple, though, thankfully. And we're going to go the other direction. Rebound by Riley Hermsdorf as Van Wee finally missed a triple. She's been scoring early and often in this second half. Here comes the Panthers, down by 15 now. Coleman, she's looking to do something with it, has it at the top of the key.
Some great passing I'm seeing by Oregon. They're waiting to find those opportunities. They're not going every time. They're just waiting for the opportunity to come.
Time is not on their side, and that is great defense by Audra Ubersox. That's going to force a turnover as Ubersox got into the arms of Stella Hall, I believe it was. Or no, it was Grace Tyler.
Oh.
So Waunakee gets the basketball.
Tess Bryan and Kira Van Wee are now going to go sit back on that bench.
This is a chance for Oregon to cut into this deficit a little more. 60-45 now. Panthers got to get a stop here on this possession. Driving is Nora Might. Now she's going to give it off, and Waunakee content to just pass it around. Burn the clock. The clock is their friend right now. That pass goes outside to Gwen Van Beek. Now in the hands of Lainey Christian. Some of the reserves in action here. They are content to burn clock. Inside pass, great inside look. Off the mark for Jane Shefchick. And I think that's going to be
2 at the line.
Grace Tyler with the foul, so Shefchick will go to the line for the bonus.
Jane Shefchick shooting 2.
Oh, they're going to call that a shooting foul, so 2 free throws for Shefchick. But she misses the first.
Returning for Oregon, number 11, Jalen Jones.
Second free throw here for Shefchick. She hits the second one. 61-45, 2.5 to play on this Panther exterior scoreboard here. Panthers need to do something quick. They are running out of time. Inside pass, and that's going to be a foul. Reach by Nora Might. That is going to be her second. Bonus for the Panthers. So Grace Tyler will go for the 1-and-1.
Grace Tyler shooting bonus.
It would actually make my day if Waunakee's able to get 6 more points.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is no good for Grace Tyler. Ben Baker jinxing Tyler there.
Maybe I need to start saying that more often.
61-45 here. Under 2 now to go. Inside pass goes to Shefchick. She gets it off to Nora Might. And that basket no good for Might. Panthers drive in the other direction. Evelyn Feltz underneath. She's going to have it underneath, but she can't hit the basket. And Waunakee rebounds with 1.5 minutes to go. It is going to slip out of the hands of Oregon. Could not quite make the dent in this lead. Waunakee built it up. As
I think we have all the freshmen coming to go sit at the score table right now. Let me look at the roster and find out.
definitely a chance for some reserves to get in the action.
All freshmen and sophomores we now see coming in. Nala Hampton, Avery Parker, Elisa Stats, and Rowan Harlow. Both Nyla and Avery are freshmen on the varsity roster. That's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive for freshmen to play varsity. I know.
Really interested to see what they can get done here.
A minute to go. I think they're just content to pass it around the horn in this one. Parker gives it off to Stats. Stats going to try to score. It's going to go off of Oregon. Stats missing on the 2 there. She got blocked. Panthers are going to come up short in this one, Ben, but 56.6 to go. Driving and not scoring there is Parker. Avery Parker, she is fouled though. Grace Tyler picks up her 3rd with 54 seconds to go. So 2 free throws for Parker. See if she can get in the scoring column. And she buries the first one. Nothing but net for Avery Parker.
More points going up on that Panther exterior scoreboard right now.
Front iron miss on the second one, rebounded by Oregon. At the top is Tyler. Long 2 by Coleman. She can't hit. Final 30 seconds of this one. As Waunakee is going to move to 2-0 in conference play. Inside, underneath, and that is a foul underneath. And Alyssa Stats is going to go to the line to the rapturous applause of her teammates on the bench. Jalen Jones picks up her first foul. So Alyssa Stats is going to try to get in the scoring column as well. And she hits the first. And she hits them both. 2 points for Alyssa Stats. So we tick off the final 30 seconds of this one. Waunakee is going to win going away here in Panther Gymnasium. Grace Tyler, she's going to pop from the free throw line, and she's going to be off the mark. Waunakee rebounds and will most likely just run this one out here in the final 10 seconds. 64-45. Waunakee Warriors are going to move to 4-1, 2-0 in Badger play. And the Panthers are going to fall to 2-2, 1-1 in conference play. Ben, just not the Panthers' night. Too many turnovers too early, and it just didn't go their way.
I'd like to remind you guys one more time real quickly that this exclusive broadcast of Panther basketball is brought to you in partnership with these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all of Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for young people to thrive. One Community Bank, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.O. Richards, Prime Meats and Catering, and Wisco Industries. We'd also like to welcome Panther Exteriors as our exclusive scoreboard sponsor. Panther Exteriors, put a Panther on your roof. You'll be glad you did. If your organization would like to join our family of sponsors, please visit our website at ocamedia.com. Or, what can you do, Jesse?
Hey, send Paul an email.
And that email is going to be paul@ocamedia.com. Definitely a tough one for the Panthers tonight, but I'm going to pull a great quote from a movie I can't even remember, but I just remember watching it with my father. It's never about the game when you win or lose. It's how you come back from that. And a loss like this, there's a lot we can learn from this. Just looking even up here as announcers, and I'm sure these coaches during that second half, they were kind of figuring out, okay, what are we missing? What do we need to improve on? What do we need to keep going back? Is it a slump? Is it some basic things that we were messing up that can be fixed super easily, or is there something happening? Is there something else happening a little bit deeper? So I'll say it one more time. It's just going to matter how Oregon comes back from this. Oregon plays on Saturday, I believe, Jesse, right? No, Friday, and you're announcing that one, right?
Well, we are announcing the boys' game on Friday night. The girls are playing at Madison Edgewood on Friday. At 7:15. So if you're able to make the trip there, watch the girls in action on the road here in Madison, or and watch me call a boys game. We're going to have boys basketball action, Friday Night Lights action, as the boys will host Milton in a conference battle in this one. It's tallying up my final scores for the game here.
I can make sure I entertain these people. So, unfortunately, this is actually, you guys will hear me one more time during the 2026 year, and that is going to be on December 29th. Me and Jesse will be doing an amazing girls tournament.
Yeah, or holiday tournament. That's
holiday tournament. You'll hear us at Columbus at 6:30 is the next time that Oregon girls will be home. And then next week, Tuesday, I will be announcing boys hockey. Make sure you guys tune into that. Come support all sports. On top of that, like Jesse said, we have a Friday Night Lights game, boys. And right now, we're looking at a multi-camera setup. So how you guys just got the one point of view right now, you guys will be looking at 3, most likely. And
that'll be exciting. I've never done that with you guys before, so.
It's always a lot of fun. It's always entertaining. You guys always get to see angles that we're talking about from where we sit and how we see things. So you guys are going to be able to see things a little differently, which is super important. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over for Jesse for a final score, thoughts, and other than that, it was a pleasure being with you guys tonight. If you guys are out in a restaurant or wherever you may be and you're not at home already, please do drive home safely. The roads are already a little bit slick, so there's some ice starting to form.
Yeah.
Just please be safe.
Yeah, to coincide with that, the big ticket for this one at Waunakee, Tessa Bryan. You've heard me talk about it already. I got some insight earlier. She is a highly touted prospect, possibly playing Division I basketball. She's just a junior, so 2 years from now. But 26 points tonight for her. It just did not go the way of the Panthers tonight. But Tegan Schenecker had 26. She led the way, the only player in double figures for the Panthers. That is about it for the stats. There's just not much else to it. Tough night at the office for the Lady Panthers. They're going to lose this one at 64-45. Unfortunately, we'd like to remind you that this exclusive broadcast of Panther basketball is brought to you with the financial support of these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for young people to thrive. One Community Bank, Shackelford Heating and Cooling, Stoughton Health, J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering, and Wisco Industries. We'd like to welcome Panther Exteriors as our exclusive scoreboard sponsor as well. Panther Exteriors, put a Panther on your roof. You'll be glad you did. And if your organization would like to join our family of sponsors, please visit our website at ocamedia.com. Or, like Ben and I say, just send Paul an email. Get Paul an email. He likes it. Anyways, folks, final score 64-45. Waunakee is going to win this one. Like Ben said, please drive home safely in this weather. We will see you on Friday night.